Hello, everybody. Hello from all you nippers. Are you a nipper?
Yes.
Oh, of course you're a nipper. And from my sidekick, Tegan. Say hey, Tegan.
Hi.
Are you ready to make breakfast burritos?
Yes.
Okay, while people are coming in, what's the first thing we usually have to do?
Wash our hands.
Okay, so go ahead and wash your hands. Not as hot as that stove I just touched. Okay, let's see who all we've got in the room with us. Hey Shannon, hey Margaret, hey Dolly, hey Morgan, and Heather, and Emily. Hell, Emily is in Puerto Rico. Wow. What brings you here, Emily? Do you have a child who likes the kid cooking classes? Hey, Stephanie. Okay. Hey, Lee. What we're going to start with is we're going to make a breakfast that is so easy to make, and the good thing about it is you make it exactly like you like it. So we do have a recipe for breakfast burritos over on the Cookie School Facebook page, but ignore all that if you like different things in your burritos. We were just having a conversation, and what did you say? Hey, where's the what?
Bacon.
Where's the bacon? She wants bacon in hers. I said, well, I have sausage for this recipe. So, but if you like bacon, you can make bacon with yours. Is that what you would do if these were yours? That is the beauty of being the cook. What happens when you're the cook?
You get to say we are having bacon, and
You get to say what we're having.
yeah, like if Steven wants sausage, sorry, but we're having bacon.
Sorry, we're having bacon because that's what I wanted.
Yep.
Okay, so let me.
Alright.
So I'm going to turn on the fan. Okay, Tegan, do you want to kind of stir that? I'm going to put a little water in that just to call it's smoking up. We just want to brown this. Oh, that helped, didn't it?
Yeah, it helps. Biggity
Oh, it's fogging up my camera.
It's time they could see the smoke. Last time they couldn't see the little smoke for the Cheerios. Now they
Right.
can.
You see that smoke, can't you? Yeah.
Smells good.
It does. You mean you like sausage? You like the smell of sausage?
sausage. I don't like sausage.
Okay.
I tried sausage once and had
Well, I put a number of things in the recipe that you can trade out if you like them. Like, you know, one thing I really like, avocado. Do you like avocado?
and I like avocado with guacamole.
In guacamole, but you don't want to just chop up an avocado and eat it in your breakfast burrito?
No, I won't.
I think that would just be awesome. Okay, so you're doing a good job of kind of getting that to brown. We just got a wooden spoon here. I don't want it to stick. I just poured a little water in there just to kind of temper the heat because we had our pan on high.
It wasn't flaming, but it was smoking.
No, yeah. Now, since these are going to be for me, let's see. I think we can turn off our vent now. Since these are going to be for me, I'm going to tell you what I like in mine. Can you make them the way I like them?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to want some chopped onion.
You want me to put them?
Yeah. You know how you love to pour something in.
I do. I love them. I love it.
Okay. I also like bell peppers. So we have just chopped up some bell pepper.
Do I have to put all of them in?
Yeah.
Aw.
We don't want to waste a delicious little pepper, do we?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, gosh. Look. I got like another half a tablespoon. You're discriminating, marginalizing my peppers and onions. So you're going to just mix that around until it gets nice and brown. The thing I like about these is it's easy. I am more likely during the school year, you know, when I have to get up in a hurry and get out the door and drive to school and stuff. If I'm running short of time in the morning, which is always, if I just do this on Sunday afternoon and make breakfast, I have it the whole week.
And besides, grown-ups, they don't like cereal.
Grown-ups don't like cereal.
But cereal is good, though.
I mean, you could go by Taco Bell and get you a breakfast burrito, but it would not be this good.
No.
This is, don't you love how that smells with those peppers and onions? Now, do you remember our house seasoning that I put in everything? What's in it?
Pepper, salt, garlic powder.
Yes. Okay, here you go. Will you sprinkle a little of that? Sprinkle some in here on top of my sausage and pepper.
Tell me when it's enough,
Yeah,
because
okay.
this thing will be covered in it.
Well, I know how you like to pour stuff in. All right, that's probably good. You know, the sausage has lots of spice and seasoning in it by itself, okay?
Should we add a little cheese?
You can, but we wouldn't want to do that while the sausage is still pink. But you know what you can do?
What?
You can take, we've got 8 eggs. Some people like theirs eggier than that, and they could put a whole dozen. When it's yours, do what you want to. But would you put a teaspoon of our seasoning in there, and then I'm going to give you a fork to kind of stir it all up with.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
Right.
All right, now stir that up until the eggs are all beaten.
All right.
Oh, and you know what else I like in my breakfast burritos?
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms. So I'm just going to put those in there too.
Which is weird, because I don't like my mushrooms in mine.
You don't like mushrooms?
No, I like stuffed mushrooms.
Oh.
But I don't like mushrooms.
What, not even on your pizza? This is smelling like pizza right now.
No.
All we need
That would be a good pizza topper.
It would be a good pizza topper. Here you have sausage and onion and
Ooh,
mushroom.
what if there was a thing called breakfast pizza?
You know what? We could make a breakfast pizza. You could do it on a bagel, and you could put some tomato sauce on the top of the bagel, and then do the same mixture and heat it up. But you know what I like about these is they freeze nicely. So once, have you got that all beat up?
Yeah. And you could make a cookie pizza.
Oh, yeah.
You could
A dessert pizza. Okay, so come back over to
right.
now.
Just pour these
Pour it in. Now they're not going to look pretty like scrambled eggs usually look because we are all about efficiency.
Yeah.
But you know, if you wanted to make it pretty,
Should I put the other 4 eggs in?
no, let's just go with 8 because I don't want it to come over the side of my pan. Looks like we're getting pretty full.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to let that egg soak down in there and get...
Should we put
Yes, we need these. Next, we've got the large flour tortillas. Can you see that they're how large they are?
big?
If you get the smaller ones, you can make breakfast tacos, but all of your good stuff is going to fall out of it. And so, Tegan, what I'm going to do is take these right here and put a wet paper towel in the bag with it. And I'm going to stick that in the microwave because they fit in my refrigerator. And if I didn't, okay, so you see what I've done? I've just got a wet paper towel in the bag. I'm going to stick them in the microwave for about 30 seconds, and that'll make them nice and warm where they won't break.
All right. Yes, ma'am. Our eggs aren't thickening up.
They are?
They aren't.
They're not thickening up. Well, have we made a mess of this? No. We could make them nice and fluffy and yellow by taking all that out of our pan, washing the pan, starting all back over. But you know what? Nobody but me is going to see our, I'm going to kind of pull the sausage up to the edge of the pan so that...
So how I know that they are close to doing it is with the runny eggs when I go along, but these are close because when I know is because there's like a little, since the plate is...
Right, you can see the little bit of white that comes up, meaning, yeah, they're like in that hot pan, okay?
Should we have sprayed the pan?
You can spray the pan, but usually if I'm putting something in there that is oily, but you know, I told you I made some last night too, and I didn't put any oil in my pan, and my sausage, it was, you know, that was just a package of regular breakfast sausage, did not produce a whole lot of oil. You saw how it immediately steamed up when it hit the pan. So we can keep that little bit in there. But if I had some that was really, really oily, I would have drained it before.
See, they're getting, also how I know that they're getting close is because when I go across the pan's gray and you can see the gray.
Absolutely, you can see the eggs coming up in there. And isn't that smart? We're not going to wash this pan but one time. Because who likes to wash a pan twice in one meal? Not me.
Not fun.
Okay, I see. They're rolling now. Look at that.
Also, could you put cookie nip in the sausage?
You know what? I did not put any cookie nip in there, but you know what goes really good with cookie nip?
What? I guess bacon.
Bacon, right. When I cook bacon, I'll just put a little bit of cookie nip and it sort of causes a little caramel. And you know what? We're going to do a recipe that is hash browns topped with candied bacon, and that's a recipe where we use cookie nip on the bacon. So for this, we're not going to use any, but you know what? If you like it, you surely can. It does go with sausage, but I just don't want it on my eggs.
Well, that seems good.
I don't want my eggs to be sweet.
Caramelized bacon seems like a dessert and a breakfast mixed together.
Right. What's not to love?
I know. Having the best meal and the best meal.
Bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love bacon too. Okay, you're doing a good job of that. See how you're kind of creating a well in the middle for all the eggs that are not cooked to come on and get yourself cooked. Okay.
There's also a hot spot in the middle.
There is a hot spot. You know what causes that? Your eye. You see, it's totally red, and I do have pans that are pretty good quality. But you know what? Right where it sits on top of that heat, it's just a little bit hotter than everywhere else.
Well, the eggs are starting to cook up more.
Yep. And see, some people like a lot more eggs. You know, they want as many eggs as they have sausage.
Yeah.
I like just a little bit of eggs. So as soon as we get that, okay, our tortillas are already out of the microwave.
I don't really like sausage, but I think with all of this, it'll be super good.
Oh, see, now you're changing your mind because it smells like a pizza, right? It smells like a really good pizza, in fact.
And then you could make some of that dough, and then you could put it all together. Ooh. What if we act like we were making a pizza and the tortillas could be the pizza?
We could absolutely. Maybe we'll do that on one of them. But we want to show people how easy these are to, how easy this is to make up in advance. And the way you wrap it and put it in the freezer, it allows, it keeps it nice and soft. And what I'm going to do while you're still doing that, I'm going to get some paper towels. Because the first thing we're going to wrap them in is paper towels.
Why would we do that?
Because when we get it out of the freezer and we go to put it in the microwave, we want that little bit of moisture to make our burrito nice and soft, not give it a chance to get hard and then break. Then you can't just like eat it on the run.
Could
Okay?
I add in a little bit?
Yeah,
of
add
cheese?
in a little cheese. Add in whatever you like. The reason that I usually add my cheese separately is because if my cheese melts, sure.
Because I need to get the cheese everywhere.
Okay,
I'm
you
not
need it
using all
everywhere.
the cheese, but
Right.
most.
Well, we've got more if you go through all of it.
All right.
But if my cheese melts, then I have a hard time believing it's in there. So, okay.
See, there's still a lot more left.
Yeah, that was great self-control you had there, Tegan. Okay, let's see.
That raises my expectations higher, so that
It
it gives
raises
me
your...
more faith to eat that.
Oh, are you questioning my taste of breakfast burritos, Tegan?
Well,
Okay, so now this is not pretty, but it is going to be easy
Good.
for us to work with. You know what I think, Tegan? Well, I think I want to move over to the counter. So let me get the camera, and I'll get that pan because it's hot.
should I
Okay.
turn the stove off?
Sure, turn that off.
All right. So do I just hit off?
Yeah, like that. Okay.
All right.
So here's our pan. I'm gonna sit it. Let me get something to put under that.
This is like our station.
Yeah, this is our station. There's just more room to work than over there by the stove. Okay? So, what we're going to do now is I want you to take. Now, here's the hardest thing about this. Don't overstuff it. Because we've got so much there. Now, put you some cheese.
Alrighty.
That's what you're good at, right?
I'm good at putting cheese.
Good at putting cheese.
Alright, I put one more little scoop.
Okay.
Alright, there we go.
Now, let me get you a smaller spoon because that might make it easier.
Alright, where should I put this?
In the sink,
Alright.
right there. Okay, so now you've got this yummy smelling mixture. We've got sausage.
Could I call this pizza mixture?
You can call it pizza meat. You can call it
Alright.
whatever you want.
That's enough for me.
No. That's not, you acting like you working at Moe's. You know, sometimes they get stingy with their. Okay, let's see that. That might be enough.
Should
Let's
I put
put
another
it-
scoop right there? Of cheese
Sure, put some more cheese.
on top because
Because there's no such thing as too much cheese. I agree. Okay, so now we're going to fold in the sides. And I'm trying, you know, if we do this right, we could get a job at Moe's, I think. Okay, now look here. Now, like, there is totally something to rolling a perfect burrito.
Alright, now should we have a plate where we put all these?
Yeah, but first I want
beautiful,
us,
heavenly burritos.
yeah, let me get an, I like them. Well, here we go. Here is a paper towel. And then, okay, see that's our warm paper towel, our wet paper towel. And now I'm going to wrap this in saran wrap so that I can just put that in the freezer. So you start another one, get another one, and I'll get a plate.
You might need some more cheese.
Okay, not to worry.
Definitely
I've
not.
got cheese.
Alright. And my spoon.
See what I just did? Got it wrapped in saran wrap, and I'm going to get a gallon Ziploc bag. Oh, you're going to get one that's going to be hard to wrap now, sister.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, let's...
And I gotta put a little more cheese.
Okay, roll it down on this end.
Alright. This is gonna be a good one.
This is how they do it at Moe's. I've watched them make burritos there before.
They make burritos?
At Moe's?
Yeah.
Yeah, girl. Okay, now our paper
You use
towel.
2 on that one.
I know. All right, you need another one?
Mm-hmm. How many are we gonna make?
What?
How many are we gonna make?
Well,
we need
until
to
we
make-
run out of stuff.
Then we're making a lot.
I know that does make a, but I mean, think about it. You spend about 30 minutes or so on a Sunday afternoon and breakfast for the whole week is made. All you have to do is get it out and stick it in the microwave. Now, I'm going to take a Ziploc bag and I'm going to write sausage, egg, peppers, and cheese. Oh, and mushrooms. I almost forgot about my mushrooms.
I forgot there were mushrooms. You'd have to eat mushrooms.
Okay.
All right.
So that's how they do it. They roll it kind of down on that end. Let's see. Then they fold in the sides and they.
How about I'm just the maker and you're the roller?
Oh, and I'm going to roll all the burritos.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't get your burrito rolled up, it can be kind of messy.
See, so that's why. Because if I don't get my burrito rolled up, then it's gonna be messy.
It's going to be a mess. What do you recommend that kids who get in the kitchen to make all this? What will make their mom happy?
Bacon?
Bacon? Well, perhaps. Or if your mom can come in the kitchen and not know that you've been in there, she will be happy as a clam. But if she comes in there and you have got stuff chopped and laying all over the counter and all over the sink, and even if you throw it all in the sink, that does not count. What do you need to do?
Wash it all.
You need to wash it.
And I think that's why I would only use one pan.
Right. You have just changed your mind about needing it to look pretty when you have to start washing it. Okay. Now I got another paper towel.
And then, of course, we have to make one for us.
Of course, because if you don't,
All right.
we'll try this one,
All
even though you thought this wasn't a very good mixture
gonna need
because
more
it
cheese.
didn't. Okay, this one's okay. Got it. Got more cheese.
That doesn't even serve the middle part.
Oh, well.
That would be a nice one.
Okay. You want to make one out of this whole bag?
Yeah, that'd be nice. All right.
Now, see, I've just wrapped this in the paper towel and the cello, and I'm going to stick it in the bag that says what kind it is. Now, when somebody gets up and they're in a hurry to get out the door, they can just grab one out of the freezer and put it in the microwave and be on their way. So this is good for summer and for...
How's this one?
Oh, yeah. Well, it needs more good, yummy stuff. You're making cheese toast right there.
Ooh, cheese. I wanna try that.
You would try cheese toast.
Yeah.
Look at all that cheese on it, girl.
Here, I got some more.
Okay. I don't think we're going to get this one rolled nicely.
It's gonna be a big one.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get a knife and cut it so that you can taste it and see if this thing can redeem itself. Hold on.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I mean, I'll have to. Which one has the most cheese?
It looks like that.
All right, then I'll take that one. All right, ready?
Yeah.
That's good. Better than I thought.
Better than you thought. Well, you know, the cool thing is you could also make this.
And I have some high expectations.
You do have high. I'm aware of your high expectations. But, you know, one thing you can do also is just make all the ingredients and put them in little bowls and let your whole family sit down and make their own, whatever they like in it. You know, if they
If I make my own, I put egg, bacon, and cheese. And a lot of cheese.
And that's it?
And that's it.
No mushrooms or onions?
No.
Ah.
I just have I mean, I like the mushroom and onions in it, but I'm having your style. I'm gonna make my style.
Okay, you can make your style. That is what happens when you are the cook, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So thank you for joining us. I hope that you will make some breakfast burritos and have them in your freezer so that when people get up in the morning, they can just fix it themselves. And if you like this video or you know some other kids who like to cook in the kitchen, these recipes are all designed for kids. Adults are tolerated in class. Y'all can come to class. But we really kind of try to choose simple things that kids like to do, even though I knew this was going to be a stretch because I wanted the peppers and onions and mushrooms, and you are more of a minimalist burrito maker. But if you know somebody, please share the page so that other people who have a kid who might like to come to class will join us. We're here every Monday and Thursday at 1 o'clock, and we will talk to you later. Say bye, Tegan.
Bye.
You got food in your mouth.